welcome to episode number 82 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello everybody.
Now those of you who have been keeping up to date every week with our podcast probably know that we've had a bit of a break in between episodes. Yes, I was busy last week, which means we have 2 whole weeks worth of news to catch up on. So before we get into today's review, we're just going to briefly touch upon the goings on in the wide world as well as our personal endeavours, for lack of a better word. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
Well, because we've had 2 weeks away, there is one enormous elephant in the room, and that is that Her Majesty the Queen has passed away. We ended up having what was known as the Unicorn Protocol, which is what happens when she dies if she's in Scotland, and it's named after the unicorn being Scotland's official national animal, which, let's be honest, until I was 6, I thought the haggis was Scotland's national animal.
You were watching too much Cow and Chicken, you were thinking of pork butts.
No, I actually thought that, you know those really long-haired ginger cows? I think they're called Highland cows. I thought that's what a wild haggis was.
You know what? That sounds stupid on the surface. However, thinking with kid logic, I get it.
Yeah, there's a thing that you can buy called haggis. You can only get it in Scotland. Those ginger cows only live in Scotland. That's a real easy line to draw.
Man, that was the one breed of cow I would have loved to have worked with. Unfortunately, I was stuck with Jersey cows, which are still, unique, but...
Apparently they make the tastiest milk, the Jersey cows.
Allegedly. So much so that they'll charge you an extra 50p on the pint.
Yeah.
Boy, we got off topic real quick, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Queen cows. But the thing is, I feel pretty much the same way about the Queen passing away as I did about the Queen Mother passing away, which was, you would have been a real small kid when that happened.
We were forced to watch that in school.
Were you forced? Okay.
No joke. On that day, we didn't get a bank holiday for it. We turned up in school and it's like, yeah, the Queen Mother passed away, this is the funeral, you're watching it for 3 hours, and it's like, first of all, indoctrination.
Yeah.
Second of all, what more boring a thing to show a fucking child?
Like, even your own family's funerals don't last 3 hours. And those are people that you care about.
I've been very vocal for a long time of not liking the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
I got more vocal when the Queen outright protected a paedophile.
Yes.
Which, there's a lot of things been going on right now. We've also got this really awkward situation where the government right now is currently paused, for lack of a better word, but only to public meetings.
Oh, yes.
Private stuff behind the scenes can still be done, which they don't have to reveal until they do it, which...
It's business as usual, yeah. Liz Truss has basically decided, you know that thing about fracking? There was a moratorium on it and we're not going to do it? Well, fuck that. And we'll only reveal it after it's outside of the news being dominated by the Queen and nobody can then do anything about it.
It's all our system's flawed and the royal family is part of that flawed system. Also, I don't know how anyone can be okay with so much of their money just being given to the royal family for no reason.
Yeah. Meanwhile, another thing about Liz Truss, actually, that someone's got her Twitter name before her, and people, including actual diplomats, like the Prime Minister of Sweden, have tweeted this random person, Liz Trussell. Some people complaining about, being a Tory and all that, and the one thing that she's responded to is, yes, I do like cake.
It would be funny to me, at least, if that person changed their Twitter to just spout nothing but Labour propaganda.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, let's just sum up the thoughts on Queenie passing, because funny enough, well, it's not funny at all, coincidentally enough, this episode's going out on the day of the funeral, and my workplace is shut for that day, Rick, so fucking yippee-doo, I get to work twice as hard this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those where, I'll put it this way, I don't agree with the royal family, I don't give a shit that people are currently in mourning for a person they didn't know, who would not give them 2 squirts of piss if they were on fire. I still want them gone. The only thing Charles could have done during his coronation that would have given him an ounce of respect from me would have been, okay, cool, we're going to get rid of the royal family now, which obviously he's not going to do. He benefits from it.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm aware, they're the only people who can decide that they decided to, they want to stop playing as our rulers and monarchy. And, there's so many arguments floating around for, we need them for tourism. No, we don't. They bring in such little money compared to the historical sites they're associated to. Fuck it, do I really need to say anything above the fact that they harbour and protect a known paedophile, as well as the late Prince Philip, whatever fuck his titles were, being best mates with Jimmy fucking Savile of all people, you know?
Yeah, well, there's also the thing that the royal family were above the law when it came to discrimination laws.
They're above the law for almost everything. It's called the King's Right. It was the Queen's Right while Queenie was alive, but it just changes.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that. It was also she was leading the charge on green energy and reforms like the green belt and shit. But she also had it written into not the Constitution, we don't have that, but, the law that, oh, by the way, her palaces and land is exempt from this,
Yep.
But they don't report that in the papers because, we need our lizard overlords to be comfy while the rest of us suffer in order to keep the planet safe and green and better for future generations. But hopefully theirs and not ours.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, the very final point is, yes, the Queen died. Yes, some people are sad about that fact. She was 96. She lived a great life. She passed away peacefully. She had all of the great things going for her. And you're not allowed to say an ounce of criticism because she is now dead. You dying does not wipe the slate clean. She was a horrible monster.
I wouldn't say monster.
Okay.
But she protected monsters.
I would say she's a monster. She does all the things that those politicians do that you don't like. She is a billionaire. She still stocks money off-site. Her family members are arms dealers. They represent our country. They are paedophiles. Let's not talk about the weird incest shit that may or may not be going on. Granted, that hasn't got as much proof, but I don't doubt it.
Oh, like Andrew feeling up his daughter at the funeral.
Don't get me started.
Yep.
Andrew is actually going to... I've seen two reports, and I don't know which one I want to believe. One of them is that he's going to take a prominent role in the royal family going forward. The other one is he's going to retreat to his private mansion and never be seen again. Both options suck.
Yep.
Anyway, do you want to move on from this?
Yeah, let's have some more fun things.
We're going to talk about happy news. Rick.
Yeah. There was Nintendo Direct, and...
Oh, yeah! Are we going to talk about how it got fucking delayed in this country?
Yeah, a little slight nod to what we've just been talking about. One of the things of the Queen going away is that the media is dominated by it, including the fact that Nintendo UK refused to show Nintendo Direct in solidarity for the Queen, despite the fact that the same broadcast was available on Nintendo of America, and you could just go there.
It's absolutely bollocks. It's basically the country, not a country. I'm convinced that most organisations got a memo saying indoctrinate the masses. They must mourn.
Yeah, it's basically virtue signalling, but even from things that are not British. Like people are going, oh yeah, your Queen died. Oh yeah, let's put a picture of her face up there. And I do like that one meme of the Nintendo DS. That's
I said
this
that
DS.
That one wasn't real, by the way. That was Photoshop, thankfully.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed a couple of fun things. There's a new Fire Emblem game that looks like a console take on Fire Emblem Heroes. The main character is designed by Bales Hakos's artist, which is why the main character looks like a VTuber. And some people are ripping the piss out of this.
Yeah, a lot of the Fire Emblem... the Fire Emblem subreddit is split 50-50. Half of the fan base is like, we don't care. It's fine. Fire Emblem protagonists always look dumb. The other half is going, no, VTubers... It's one of those where I think there is a certain subsect of people who are just so anti-VTuber that even a hint of it near their content they like makes them turn into little gremlins.
Yeah. I think what is interesting, though, is the reason that he's got half red and half blue hair is because of Marth and Roy.
I genuinely thought it was because they were developing this when the fucking Switch came out and they were going to try and do a Joy-Con thing.
Joy-Con. He pulled the Joy-Cons off and his head splits in half, and that's how he summons people. That's funny.
But the half Roy and half Marth thing is actually dumber in my opinion, but hey, whatever.
Well, yeah, it's because he's based around previous protagonists to a degree, and the way that he evokes that is most of the protagonists had either red or blue hair, mostly blue, sorry. And so yeah, it's to evoke that. And yeah, the idea is that you can summon previous heroes to fight alongside you, which it sounds okay. If it didn't sound okay, then I wouldn't be like 6 years into Fire Emblem Heroes at this point.
I mean, it's a new mainline Fire Emblem. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, totally. Other things, the new Zelda looks neat. We didn't get very much information out about it at all. We saw that there is bits in the sky. We saw that the logo has a cyber sword on it, which could mean anything because Breath of the Wild is already kind of, Magitech. And we got Octopath Traveler 2 coming out, and something that's not related to Nintendo Direct, that's me personally and what I've been doing since it came out on the 9th, is the Hollow Cure update. They doubled the size of the game.
What did they add that made it double the size?
Twice as many characters.
Oh, right. Is this when they finally introduced some Japanese versions? Not versions. Fucking hell. I make myself so done sometimes. You know what I mean.
some of the JP members, they have the Hololive office as a stage, and they've also got hard mode of stage 1, so it's like 1.5 extra stages. And they also added controller support, which apparently is now the best way to play because twin stick is so much better than just WASD.
Yeah, I've downloaded the zip. But I've yet to actually install it and play it.
You may have a unicorn zip because when it first got updated, they introduced super passives, which are super rare, but in one particular update, they were close to 100% drop rate.
I mean, I don't know. I just downloaded the one you sent me, so probably not.
Yeah. It got replaced on the website, so whenever you downloaded it, you got the one that was available at that moment.
I don't know. I don't keep track.
So yeah. So we'll find out. You'll find out if you start playing and everything is super idle costume, super study glasses, then you got the cool one. But yeah, my life has been consumed by that game ever since I downloaded it again and started playing it again. And yeah, it's a good bit of fun. And the other thing is, yeah, for people that don't know, I'm gonna be away. I'm flying out in a couple of days, and by the time this episode comes out, I will be elsewhere.
I thought we were going to talk about that at the end, but yeah, sure. Yeah, Rick's fucking off for 5 weeks. Don't worry, review will be unaffected. Retro and non-stop, less so.
Yep. But yeah, how have you been? How has your week been?
Well, first and foremost, Rick, our fucking Fire Emblem Retro it got removed.
Yes, it did. And it was for the stupidest fucking reason. Can you enlighten the viewers?
Yeah, so it got flagged, and I was like, what the fuck did we do? Is the image I used for the YouTube, like, super mega copyrighted? Because I know Nintendo's a bit trigger happy. No.
Yeah, they are.
It was because we were spreading medical misinformation, and I'm like, what? Now, here's the funny thing, is when I reviewed the footage, it didn't, like, isolate the section that was offensive. Instead, so I had to listen to the whole thing. But thankfully, this happened right at the beginning. It was where we were ripping the piss out of conspiracy theorists for thinking that a certain disease was not real. I'm using my words carefully so I don't flag the system again.
Yeah.
But because we were taking the piss out of people who thought that, the automated system, and it must have been the automated system, decided, oh no, we're spreading misinformation, clamp this shit down. Which on one hand is very good, on the other hand is very annoying. But to YouTube's credit, it took about an hour of me making an appeal for them to go, oh yeah, fine, fair enough. So, yeah. But that was a brief, like, literally me going, what did we do? I can't remember what we did. I know we like to swear a lot, but I didn't think we did anything offensive. My Marine figure's being shipped at the end of the month.
Yeah, it is. This is the Pop-Up Parade vinyl figure, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm very surprised because this is apparently being released before Lucifer is.
Yeah.
But hey-ho. I will tell you what has dominated my week, or weeks I should say. Need for Speed Heat was free with PlayStation Plus this month.
Okay.
And I was like, I used to like Need for Speed. A lot of the more recent games have been shit, but it's free. I'll try it. Oh boy, it's fun.
Good.
It's very arcadey. It's not, it no longer feels like they're trying to be a simulator, you know? Because there was a very long stretch of time where it's just like, no, realistic controls. And yeah, that's fine for some, but Forza you are not.
Yeah, and also, you're still using a controller. You're not using a wheel and a pedal and you know that.
God damn, I remember that periphery set for the PS2. It was shit and it didn't work properly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a controller. It's better.
Yeah, the only pedal that's ever worked properly for a console has been the drum pedal on the Rock Band drum kit,
which I never got because it was like £100+ for the full band kit. So I only ever had the guitar controller.
Oh, dude, it was nearly £200. The only reason I bought it was because I was working at a video game store at the time, and my first paycheck was basically, okay, this is my week's pay. I'm going to pay you instead the extra £20 to take this home. Yeah, getting like staff discount on this colossal big old thing that you needed a car to take home.
And then you quit the next day.
No, it's worse than that. I played it decently, but when I lent it to someone, they lost one of the connectors. So I have the guitar, I have the drums. You can only use one at once because the thing that connects it to the USB just is gone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which is a pain in the arse.
This is also why I don't lend people things that I'm not willing to lose. Because I don't trust...
Totally.
I barely trust myself. But if I do it, that's fine. But yeah, the reason why we didn't record properly last week is because I went to see Glory Hammer.
Yeah.
I saw Glory Hammer. I saw not Hoots Force. Hoots Force is a song. I also saw Brothers of Metal and a band called Orion. Orion was fine, but I really didn't know anything about them. They tried very hard on stage, so you got to give them credit where credit's due. Their music's fine. It's hard to participate when you don't know the songs.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're also the opening act. The opening act is usually a smaller band, you know? Brothers of Metal, they're great. They sing about Viking shit. They were fun. And yeah, Glory Hammer was obviously fun. The crowd was very rabid, shall we say. They started chanting for Angus McFife even when he was trying to talk. And then at one point they started to chant "Get Your Tits Out" to Angus McFife, and he was very confused. And the concert experience was kind of ruined for me. I don't know if the guy I went with has told you this, but there was a very sweaty man.
Oh yeah, sweaty shirtless man.
Yeah, he had no shirt on, and every time he came even near me, which was often because I think his girlfriend was standing next to me, it's unclear, but yeah, it was just like I needed a shower at the end of the night because I was covered in another dude's sweat, and I was like, this is fucking disgusting. What makes you think this is okay? But obviously I'm not about to start a fight at a concert.
No, not that kind of concert.
Speaking of fights at a concert, there was a fucking big mosh pit 2 rows in front of us, and I shit you not, I saw some random dude just throwing haymakers, and I'm like, that is not okay.
No.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'm at the very back of this concert hall, and I don't want to go in the middle of a mosh pit, so that's on them.
It's meant to just be bumper cars without cars, isn't it? But
it really is.
Yeah, but like a guy just actually having a fight is just
he was a prick. It was dumb. But yeah, Hoots Force is my favourite song. They sung Hoots Force. I'm happy. They're recording a new album, so they were very vocal about that fact.
Yeah. It's normally the standard thing. If there is a tour, it's to promote the new album that either has just come out or they are recording right now.
Yeah. They're recording right now. Hoots proudly announced that, but it's not out yet, so you'll have to settle for the same old shit. Which
you know is what people came for. People came for the things that they know, not for the new shit that nobody knows yet.
Case in point, the crowd started chanting in a very wrestling-esque fashion, "Same old shit, same old shit." Alright, Ricky, you ready for some news?
Yeah, let's go.
This is kind of news, but kind of not. Kind of a personal thing. I discovered the timeline of the far future.
Indeed?
Yeah, it's a real thing. You can look it up at any point. It's free. It's if you want to feel insignificant or remind yourself that nothing matters, this is the thing to look at.
Oh, is this the one that, like, has the 2 predictions where you're either going to have a big crunch or everything is going to get so colossally far apart that nothing is going to, have any energy at all, ever?
I mean, if you go into detail, you might find that. This is a very broad thing where it's like, at this point, this cosmic event will happen and life's fucked.
Oh, yeah. Like,
that will happen. There is no question. Yeah. This is not a variability thing. This is these will happen in these timescales. And because it's a timeline of the far future, like the first thing is like in 1,000 years, something we will never live to see.
Yeah, there's one where when the sun starts to die, it will expand to the size of the orbit of Mars.
Okay.
And that's just in our solar system.
Well, yeah, obviously. But, there's some which is like in 340 years, this is when so-and-so predicted humanity would end. And it's like, okay, I'm not clicking that Wikipedia link.
Oh, okay. So it's like previous predictions rather than...
No, okay. Because it's a timeline, I'll bring the thing up. Hang on, I bookmarked it specifically so I could pick examples. Timeline for the far future. Let's see here. We've got the Earth, the solar system, and the universe, humanity, spacecraft, and exploration. The very first thing on the list is 1,000 years from now. Due to the lunar tides decelerating the Earth's rotation, the average length of a solar day will be 1/30th of an SI second longer than it is today. To compensate, either a leap second will have to be added. It's shit like that.
A leap second.
Yeah. Like in 10,000 years, if a failure of the Wilkes subglacial basin ice plug in the next few centuries were to endanger the East Antarctic ice sheet, it would take up to this long to melt completely. So if we don't fix shit in 10,000 years, the Earth's fucked. Or at least the Earth as we know it. However, again, it's 10,000 years in the future. You will never live to see this.
Oh no, we're gonna accelerate shit worse than that.
Well, if we scroll down to instead the timeline specifically of humanity, there's a lot of stuff. 10,000 years from now, most probable estimated lifespan of technological civilization, according to Frank Drake. So, but at the same, in the exact same time frame, if globalization trends lead to panmixia, human genetic variation will no longer be regionalized, as the effective population size will equal the actual population size. Shit like that. It's none of it matters because we'll never live to see it. However, it's fascinating and you will feel small after reading the whole thing.
Oh yeah. All you have to do is just know a little bit about space to feel completely insignificant.
But yeah, in more cheerful news, Splatoon 3 becomes the biggest launch title in Japan with over 3.45 million units sold on the first weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't got Splatoon 3 yet. I am definitely going to buy it because it looks fun.
It does. It's got multiplayer. Not only does it have multiplayer, obviously, but it's meant to also have multiplayer campaign mode as well.
I mean, yeah, I told you it had the co-op. They advertised that like 2 directs ago.
Yeah.
Rick, there's been controversialness in the Disney world.
Has there?
A lot of people do not like the new Little Mermaid trailer. Do you want to guess why?
I'm guessing she's a black lady now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Words can't describe how little of a fuck I can give.
Yeah. Oh man, there was the D23, wasn't there? So there's not just Little Mermaid. There's like the Mufasa Lion King prequel.
Well, I'm talking specifically about the Little Mermaid trailer and the controversy this has sparked because of racism. It's one of those where this cartoon princess who is not real because she's a fucking mermaid is now black and people are losing their shit.
Okay, the one thing that I can think about that would agree with that actually is how much sun are you going to get under the sea?
Rick, it's a mermaid, it's magic.
I know, right?
It's one of those things where that's the first thing the racists went to. It was like, look at the science. It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. Why does she have a nose when she's got gills and she can breathe underwater?
It fucking annoys me. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to watch this film because live-action Disney films are trash, especially when they're remakes of really good cartoons. But at the same time, it's not fucking made for me. Not everything is made for you.
I believe it's actually to hold on to the copyright.
Yeah, but they're also making live-action remakes of everything. You know?
I mean, yeah.
They've been doing that for years. They may have picked Little Mermaid this time around because the licensing rights. However, at the same time, it's kind of bullshit because Hans Christian Andersen's been dead for like 50 odd years, hasn't he? Well, more than that,
so
I assume.
They're holding on to the copyright of their version of it. So the idea is that live action is a lot easier and cheaper to produce than traditional animation. So
when was the last time they did traditional animation in the first place, Rick?
Fucking Princess Frog.
That's not traditional, is it? Was that cartoon?
Yeah.
I feel like that was also 2006.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Was it called Princess and the Frog? I swear they gave it a different fucking name.
Yeah, I think it was the Princess... I think it was just the Princess Frog. Because she turns into a frog and then she becomes a princess.
Okay. I know Keith David was the villain. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah. Have you seen the Disney Stardew Valley came out?
It's not. It's meant to be Animal Crossing, but I get your point. I did see it came
out.
Animal
Crossing. Yeah.
It was slated to be free to play before it came out, and then all of a sudden it's on Steam and it's 25 quid.
Yeah. Not only is it 25 quid, you can only play it straight away if you pay the extra for a Founders Pack. It's like double the price to play it early.
If it was free to play, I would have hopped on it, but it's not free to play. I'm not that appealed. Disney is not that attractive to me. But hey ho, diddly do. Rick, this is not a wrestling podcast.
Okay.
I'll be absolutely real with you. I thought this was going to be my biggest piece of news for the podcast, and then the Queen fucking died.
That's a quote.
Oh, well, you know. There was a backstage fight at AEW after one of their pay-per-views.
Was it at least filmed?
No, because it was a real fight.
Oh.
CM Punk said some questionable things at a press release. Some things he probably should not have said because he went off script, and I'm using fucking air quotes. The look on Tony Khan's face made it look as if, he actually did go off script, but that's neither here nor there. It's all mostly speculation because no one's allowed to talk about anything because authorities are conducting an investigation. That's how serious it is. Both CM Punk and the Elite consisting of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, have been suspended and will not be appearing on television until the investigation is complete. Why is this important? CM Punk was their world champion, and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are EVPs of the company.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Like, even I know about Kenny Omega.
Yeah, he's currently just chilling in Japan. By all rights, Kenny Omega was just sort of there. Like, everyone's accounting of the thing that went down was Kenny Omega was there, and because he was there, he was involved. However, he didn't throw any punches.
Because he was there, he's part of the investigation, even if the investigation turns up negative.
Yeah, it's very weird, and unfortunately, the truth of the matter is there are so many versions of what went down on the internet because no one who was actually involved has been allowed to say anything, that it would be not very good of me to just repeat things without knowing what the actual case was. We know a fight went down. We know Nick Jackson ended up with a black eye. By all accounts, CM Punk threw a chair. Some fucking geezer who I've never heard of before now bit someone. Like, these are the consistent factors. The one thing that people can't seem to agree on is who started it.
Fair enough.
So it's one of those where I don't know who started it. I wasn't there. I don't want to speculate speculate, but this is some unprofessional shit. We had a great take from Jim Cornette, and in case you couldn't tell, that was sarcasm. He was a wrestling promoter back in the old days, and he said, boy, if you had cameras and social media and stuff back in the locker room back in my day, you'd have this every other week. And it's like, Jim, that's not a good thing. The boys will be boys. Oh, so half your roster bit the shit out of each other. That's not a good working environment.
Yeah. Boys will be boys is not a good defense for anything.
The best use of boys will be boys is there was 3 blokes working in a coffee shop, and when this woman went to get her coffee, she was handed a slip of paper with 3 names on it, with three tick boxes, and the guy who gave her a coffee said, you have to pick one of these names. It's to name our scorpion. And it's like, that's what people mean when they say boys will be boys. Boys are idiots and they do things that make no sense, and that's adorable. What people don't mean when people say boys will be boys is when boys assault each other for no reason / rape people.
Yeah, boys will be boys normally these days refers to, okay, a human male has done a crime. Let's just excuse them because boys will be boys.
Yeah, it's infuriating, and I say that as a bloke.
Yeah,
it's like, boys will be boys. They can't control themselves. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It just makes you ashamed to be human, and there's far too many of those.
All right, to end on a slightly lighter note, another one of my favourite clips that was Boys Will Be Boys was 2 random kids, literally kids, they were like secondary school age, because they were wearing fucking blazers, were doing this weird thing where they were just sort of, oh fuck, you know that thing in the Dark Souls video with the Take On Me music?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like half T-pose, but it's like with floppy elbows.
Yeah, so they were sort of doing a motion like that, and they were just looking at each other doing that, and then out of nowhere, 3 or 4 more people who were also boys, because they had the fucking boy uniform on, just came in and started doing the same fucking thing, and they were just doing it in a circle. That's what people mean when they say boys will be boys. Boys will do dumb shit because they see other boys doing dumb shit.
Yeah, dumb shit, not crimes.
Yeah, okay, we've been speaking for 40 minutes, and we have a movie to get on with. Today, guys, we're doing the Bob's Burgers movie, which Rick has received very minimal information about, but says it's about, it's a movie which stretches a Simpsons episode plot to movie length.
Yeah, so I knew which Simpsons episode at the time, and thankfully I've now since forgotten, so we will find out over the course of the movie. But yeah, I did my best to avoid it when it was new, but obviously being in cinemas for about a day, and since then coming to Disney Plus. So if you want to join along with us on Disney Plus, it's 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, so here's a very quick fact for you guys. We were going to do this back when it first came out on Disney Plus. I can't remember what happened. I think something else came out that was quicker or shorter, or one of us was busy.
Yep.
I like how Gene's doing the theme.
Yeah, I love how shit sounds because it's on Gene's little guitar.
So, cards on the table, both Rick and I are fans of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, there was a time when I had seen every single episode of Bob's Burgers. Since then, more seasons have come out, and I've not been able to keep as up to date with it. But even as recent as Mr. Fishoda's brother being prominent, I was keeping up with it.
I don't remember him ever being prominent. Just, like, whenever he's a guest member, he's usually the main focus of the episode.
Oh yeah, that's the standard thing. You've got a few recurring characters in Bob's Burgers that are just foci of episodes.
Oh, cool, we're starting with a murder. Oh, is it going to be Who Shot Mr. Burns?
But it's 6 years ago.
Do you know what? One of the most painful things about watching Bob's Burgers nowadays is I can't eat burgers.
Ah, yes. So you think you can pants?
That is one of my... It's such a better system than the Simpsons couch gag.
Yeah, they've got one neighbour that stays there all the time, and the other neighbour, which is a new fucking business every week.
Yeah.
Oh, just remember, Jimmy Pesto's voice actor is a massive anti-vaxxer and has now basically been drummed out of the industry.
I did not know that, no.
So, expect to not hear a lot of Jimmy Pesto.
That's fair. One of the weird things about Jimmy Pesto is he is a douche and a bully, but he does kind of respect Bob.
Like, he respects Bob.
But he just doesn't show it. And
he also knows that his food is trash, but he's also more He's more successful because he spends nothing on it.
Well, there's also it's actually weirder than that, because there's an episode where Bob's childhood friend is super successful, and he invests in Bob's business, and he basically gives Bob's Burgers a theme, and I think it's Hawaiian or something. They still do burgers, which is good food, but it's got a theme. And Jimmy Pesto goes in and goes, "Oh well, Bob, you've made it a theme. Good job." Like, Pesto does compliment Bob when he thinks he does good things.
Yeah. Yeah, because Jimmy Pesto, he's not actually Italian.
No, God, no. Well, there's that episode where the historian is like, there was a mobster shot in the back corner of Bob's restaurant, and Pesto's jealous.
Yeah.
God damn, this is actually pretty close to food porn.
It is a little bit. Like, it's a little bit nicer animated than a regular episode so far.
Oh, definitely.
You would hope you will, but you'd be worried if it wasn't.
Yeah. I like how it's clearly the actual VA singing.
Yeah.
But then again, they sing in the regular episodes as well, didn't they, whenever there's a song?
It's difficult to stop Linda from singing.
That is the thing I was thinking of.
Yeah. Like floppy elbow running on the spot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Jimmy Jr.
I don't know what she sees in him.
Me either.
Oh, right, his butt, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gene. Poop. Here's the thing, it is clearly better animated, however, it makes the characters feel just, like, a little bit different. Like, they don't look quite right.
I think the problem is because they're animated better, but they're very separate to the backgrounds, because the background is like in like a 3D CG.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're a higher frame rate than normal. That's what makes them more animated than usual.
It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just jarring because I'm used to, for lack of a better word, the animation being simpler.
Yes.
Whenever this dude voices anyone else, I'm just like, oh, it's Gene.
Yeah. Same with Kristen Schaal.
Christian Charles?
Yeah, Louise.
Oh, okay. See, I think I've heard her in more things, so I just like, oh, I know that voice, rather than...
Yeah, she's basically not doing a voice, she's just doing her own voice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine.
There's a great episode of Archer where you've probably already heard it, or at least seen it, where he's got amnesia, so he thinks he's Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, so they got... he basically has an adoptive family that is the Belcher family.
Yeah.
Drawn in the Archer style.
They got Linda. They got her voice actor to voice Linda, but they didn't get the kids. So the kids are all silent throughout the skit. But the thing that makes me laugh is, like, at the end of that season, or like 2 seasons beforehand, they did get Gene and Louise as voice actors, but they played completely different characters. You know what? It's always a good sign when you're watching an animated movie and they start with a song. Yeah, bankers have no souls.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Yep.
it. You can't be given infinite extensions. However, at the same time, you got to weigh the pros and cons with these sort of things. Like, is it really going to be? Wouldn't you rather give an extension than take back the equipment and then try and sell it on? Because you probably won't make your money back.
Oh, it's not about getting the money, it's about punishing the working class.
Yeah, but there are some building societies and banks that don't act like that. Or at least used to. Nowadays, obviously, I think banks are scum, but...
Yeah, like, the vast majority of building societies have just become banks.
If I didn't have a bank account, I wouldn't be able to get paid for my job. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my bank account it was started one day at school when the bank that I am with came to school and said, oh yeah, if any of you kids sign up with this bank account, you get a 50 quid overdraft.
That's fucking illegal as fuck, surely. That ain't right.
So all these kids got 50 quid overdrafts and a debit card.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, so...
Not for the bank, but...
Yeah, it was an entire, like, year of school kids. Just 50 quid overdrawn until it started working.
Jeez. Man, he is the most inept fucking teacher ever.
Oh yeah, Mr. Frond. I didn't know that Frond was a word until, like, a year ago.
What the fuck happened? Why did Teddy fall over? Oh, okay, that why.
I think Teddy might be my favourite.
Yeah, first season Teddy, shit. Second season and beyond, great.
Yeah. I love how he looks like a sad thumb, and yet he's like the most optimistic character in the entire show.
Yeah, I like him a lot. But that being said, he's basically Barney Rubble. Just replace beer with burgers.
Yeah. Yeah, to a degree.
Okay, fuck, that's too soon for another song.
It's the same song, but...
Is it?
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the plot because it said it in the synopsis.
Yeah, thankfully it was only a 7-second reprise of the opening song.
Did you see Jimmy Pesto just smile as he saw it?
Yeah.
You'd think you could get a crisis fucking loan or some shit in this circumstance, surely.
Oh, crisis insurance.
Maybe. He doesn't care.
No. No. Hey, Mr. Fishoda. Prosecco in a sippy straw.
Ugh.
Sham pumping, they call it.
Well, it's never getting fucking done.
No.
Never trust a city to do shit for you.
No.
Did Linda just say her hole's getting filled?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dirty bastard.
Yes, she did.
I'm convinced if Linda was drawn in a slightly different style, she would be a grade A MILF.
Maybe. Hey, Bandshell, they had one of those in Molly McGee.
They did, didn't they? It must be an American thing.
Yeah. The Itty Bitty Diddy Committee.
The amount of times Fishholder gets Bob to do shit just by saying you don't have to pay rent for 2 months.
Mm-hmm. And, like, the only reason he wants rent is because...
Dickhead.
Mm.
Maybe means no, but I don't want to say no right now this second.
Yeah. It means no, but not to your face.
That is the terrifying thing about sinkholes.
It is. We've started to get them in Britain as well now. Like, it's a thing that just happens all the time in America, but, like...
It's real bad in
generally doesn't
China.
happen here. Yes.
Well, really, kid?
Enter through the scenic alley.
Yeah, it's just as... You gotta give Bob a fair amount of respect, considering how little traffic he gets on a good day, and the fact that he is constantly being thwarted by his own kids more often than not. He still somehow manages to keep a business afloat.
Mm-hmm. It feels like this is the time when he should really be, like, using the food truck that he has.
Does he still have that?
I don't remember him getting rid of it.
I could have sworn that it got totaled.
Did it get totaled? Okay.
And I assume because it got totaled, he would not spend the money to fix it.
No. Fair enough. Is that going to be another... Is this going to be the start of another song?
Maybe. It's
Hope
interesting.
and grit keeps you out of the you-know-what.
It's interesting, because I feel like they don't bring up Bob's mother a lot. It's always his dad, because his dad was a sack of shit.
Yes. Yes, he was. Aww. That was just such an engineered thing. But she treated it as being really sweet.
Oh no, she's writing fan fiction again.
Oh yeah, erotic zombie friend fiction.
That would fucking annihilate your bollocks.
Yep. Especially without a saddle. Yeah, there we go. There's the zombies.
I wasn't expecting them to make a show. It's like, I can't remember if it was either Bill Burr or Joe Rogan, I forget which. But it's like, they were like, every single bloke, that in their fantasies, they are the fucking man. Because if you're not the man in your own fucking fantasies, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, some people are bottoms down to their very soul.
Which means you're still the man because you fucking got that top for you. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Like, what I'm saying is, like, if you don't get everything you want in your fantasies, there's something fucking wrong with you. Which is why it's hard to criticise Tina. Like, yeah, she's writing it down, which is a little odd, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure everyone at some point has written little dumb stories.
My
little dumb stories become D&D plots.
Yeah, true. Like, trying to remember, like, even when I was at school, like, every time there was English homework, it was, oh, write a fucking story. The thing that would take the longest out of all the fucking homework. Used to do my nutting every time.
Fair enough. Man, it's some Carl Pilkington logic, isn't it? I don't know how the thing that I made up works.
But we've got it now, so what would you do with it?
Someone had some bad cheese before bed.
Man, that flying saucer made the Wonderwolf look so cool.
It did. Oh, cool, that's some good canon.
Yeah.
Do you remember that episode?
Yeah, I didn't have this entire episode in this world.
Yeah.
And the
she was having a fever
one
dream.
was like... Yeah, the one that's melted got melted on the stove, and then they bought a new one as well, didn't they?
Yeah, and it cost a stupid amount of money because it's super rare.
Yeah. Like, she has some episodes without the ears, but you don't see her hair because she puts a hood up.
Yeah.
Because they get stolen by that 5th grader or whatever he is.
Yeah, her nemesis, of which she has several.
I love how her nemesis is older than her, which makes him even more pathetic by having her as a nemesis.
Yeah. I think the person who gave birth to you will disagree. It's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
What Simpsons episode is this meant to be?
It might be the one where Homer has repressed memories of finding Smithers' dad's corpse.
I don't remember that.
Who is also called Waylon Smithers.
I don't remember this episode you're on about. It must be a recent-ish one. And by recent-ish, I mean post, like, season 10.
Yeah.
Which isn't actually that recent, potentially, because we're up to, like, 40.
A mere 23 years ago, or less. Yeah, we're on, like, I think season 33, 34 now.
Got some acting chop as our genes. Some acting chops has our gene.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, is Gene just called Gene, or is his full name meant to be Eugene?
I think it is Eugene.
Yeah, okay. I thought so as well, but I don't remember saying it. And now she is the dead.
Now, if it was just based on this moment, then it would be sending our love down the well.
True.
Did you say ow because you caught it?
That's a good gag.
Are they going to shave the rope in half?
I mean, they are kids. I'd be surprised if they could lift her.
Well, she is the lightest of the three.
Yeah, but they're also weak as piss. And you see, it's at this point you go get mum and dad. Oh yeah, there's a Skelly Bob. Okay, so that is years of therapy.
Yep. Oh god!
Oh, why did they did not have to do that? That was so unnecessary. Oh, poor Louise.
Oh, I started vomiting.
There's a fucking fly in here. Sorry, a fly just buzzed by my fucking ear. Are you okay?
I started vomiting. Oh no.
Rick, it's not real.
I know. It's also not happening to me. Yeah, the teeth didn't fall in my mouth. And yet,
no, I'm sorry. I'm
coughing.
laughing at how fucking casually Bob went, I'm sorry you tasted death, Louise.
Yeah.
That's some Chief Wiggum logic.
It is. It also reminds me of that one private investigator that goes to Sideshow Bob and goes, "Oh, come on, leave town.
No.
Oh, come on, be a friend. Oh, you're mean." That sounded like Teddy.
Maybe.
Like, obviously it wasn't, but...
I think if a skeleton ever fell on me, I wouldn't be able to sleep for a solid week. I highly doubt half a tooth is evidence. It might be, but I doubt it. Especially seeing as she swallowed like 5 other ones.
Yeah, and she calls the one that she's kept Toothifer.
Ah. Get off! There's a fucking fly and it won't leave me alone. I'm sorry for anyone listening. You might hear me slapping myself occasionally because there's a fly and I don't know how it got in here. That spider's not doing its fucking job.
Yeah, the spider's not paying his rent.
Which is bothersome because he's grown to like 3 times the size for when he started fucking living in that corner. That's fucking gross, bro.
It is, yeah.
I will admit, that fucking fly bombarding me while looking at skeletons is fucking extra annoying.
Oh, speaking of chicken nuggets, Macca's is doing spicy chicken nuggets right now.
I did see. I don't really like spicy food in general.
Okay, the nuggets are not that spicy. The sauce is atomically spicy. So
it's more like we're selling nuggets with spicy sauce.
Yeah, it's red nuggets with spicy sauce. The nuggets do have some spice in the batter. So basically, if you're going to try them, order them from the counter, not from the computer, because the computer only lets you buy atomic sauce.
Okay. You're meant to be a guidance counsellor, aren't you? Counsel.
Yeah, that's the nicest he's ever been as well. Oh yeah, the burger phone.
Doubt it.
Can't think of any other dead people.
Linda, think.
Yeah. It's like the Carl Pilkington thing of what are those things in Gremlins called?
Yeah, but as we both know, to his credit, the question was not as dumb as it sounded.
Yeah, he was thinking of Mogwai.
Mogwai.
They're Mowgli's, yeah.
Free rent!
Hmm.
I don't think that's how it works, but you know.
Personal cousin.
See, Fishoder's got the right idea. He's rich, so he knows the fucking game anyway. But if you're ever accused of a crime, you don't say a fucking word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The only word you say is, I want to speak to my lawyer. Do you not have a lawyer? Find one.
Yes.
Because they are smarter than you. You got to bear in mind, like, a policeman's job isn't to find the person who did the crime. It's to prosecute someone.
Yeah, it's to get a guilty prosecution.
Yeah, pretty much. If there is enough circumstantial evidence that they can pin it on you, they will.
Yeah, that's why you don't even want to talk to someone about... It's difficult to talk to the police about things you even called them out to help you solve.
I mean, case in point, like, it's a couple of years ago now, but the people who... oh, fuck, what was his name? Floyd...
George Floyd, yeah.
That incident...
Yeah, George Floyd.
It was about... I can't even remember what it was, but the people who phoned the police said, yeah, we're never phoning the police again, because it was the store owner of the store that he was exiting. I think it was for, like, just slightly disorderly conduct or something. It wasn't anything major. It was just like, listen, this guy's bothering us, can you make him leave? And then he ended up getting fucking murdered.
Yeah, apparently it was for a fake $20 bill.
That's it. Something so inconsequential. The only reason they phoned up the cops was because it was protocol.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the guy gets fucking murdered by the cops, which still doesn't sit right with fucking anybody. And basically the store changed their policy because they're like, we don't feel safe. Yes. We don't want to be responsible for murders.
Mm.
Why did I go off on this spiel? Oh, right, yeah. It's also why a lot of people won't talk to cops, even if they're just questioning them about something completely unrelated. Because you can say anything, you think it's inconsequential because it is, but they're like, oh, I can connect this dot to this dot to this dot, you're going to jail.
Yeah, the one around us is the Yorkshire Ripper. Had a lot of victims, and the police just decided to blame the victims for turning to prostitution.
Yeah, even though half of them weren't prostitutes.
Yeah.
And even if they were all prostitutes, that doesn't mean it's okay they got murdered.
Yeah, like, victim blaming is never okay. I hope we do okay in the math homework.
It's man, we're on the topic now, and I know it's a light-hearted movie, but fuck it. I'm a big proponent for decriminalising whatever you can get away with decriminalising, and I think prostitution is one of those things that would make a lot more people safer if it was decriminalised.
A step further, regulated and unionised.
Well, okay, obviously, but my brain assumes that would happen if it was decriminalised. Obviously, I don't expect it to be decriminalised and there still be prostitutes hanging around dodgy street corners. Because obviously that's not safe, no matter if it's legal or not. But that extends to drug use. You know? I don't take drugs. I don't like being around people who are currently taking drugs. However, I feel like you should be free to do that in a safe environment. You can have people who are overdosing on something, like whether it be crack, heroin, whatever, and the people they're with won't phone anyone for help because, oh, we're all going to get done if we do.
Like, you can overdose on anything. You can overdose on water, and I'm not even talking about just, like, drowning or whatever.
Yeah, you drink too much, you will be sick.
Yeah.
That's why it's barbaric when you got to take a piss test, usually for the doctor, and it's like, you really need to piss. A good doctor will say, well, if we have to wait 20 minutes, we have to wait 20 minutes. But there are some doctors who do not want to wait, and they fucking force feed you water, and you're like, I feel sick. It's like, I don't care, piss.
Yep.
Well, it was a valiant attempt, Gene.
Yeah. It took longer to do his combat role than it would have been to just tiptoe past.
As a former child, I understand the desire to do a combat role at least once in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I never could. I was never an agile child.
Oh, Mickey!
Yeah.
It's where all the carnies live, and carnies are not a fun people.
Mm-mm.
That sounds more sexual than it should be.
It does.
No, they're just going to leave it there for a week.
Yeah. Dirt installer.
Oh, well, he tried.
Yeah. Just Bob Burger. Thing is, Teddy has done better looking things than this,
Yeah,
but
but he
not in
had
a
to
short
do.
amount of
Yeah, I
time.
was going to say he had like five. Well, assume it took him 3 days.
Hmm.
That's so dodgy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it literally is. He just said that.
It's one of those things. There probably is a way around it where you don't sell burgers from the thing. You take the money there, but you make the burger in the restaurant and then deliver them to the person outside.
But you think, okay, listen, the government sucks, so maybe I'm being unrealistic. But you'd think they'd potentially be like, listen, we get it. You're gonna get fucked over if you can't sell anything. So we're gonna give you an emergency license.
Hmm. Mr. Gravy Paws. This looks like one of
Squattersville.
the. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a bum fight, isn't it? Oh, cock magic. And yet you're still approaching.
Ah, duckies.
I see Mickey.
Yay.
Well, they're probably safe the moment they meet up with him, right?
Mostly. Kicking off his flip flops to square up, yeah. Little burger babies. Oh, this is a new song. Boppin'.
I
like this song better than the first one.
I agree. I do think it's super fucked up how you can actually do a relatively minor crime, and that's a black mark for life.
Yeah. The one crime is now your record.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a friend who has difficulty getting credit in the UK just because someone else committed fraud with her eBay account once and she got arrested for it.
That's fucked.
Yeah. So the way she gets around that is she moved to another country.
That sucks. They were. Everyone has been 9.
Yeah.
It's one of those baffling... Well, yeah, true. But it's one of those baffling things that kids like to throw in your face of, you have no idea what it's like to be less than 15. And it's like, yeah, no, literally every adult you talk to knows what you're going through. Shut the fuck up.
You say that, but there was also a thing that Roald Dahl wrote that was... Adults don't remember being children very well because they've repressed a lot of the more boring and useless and traumatizing memories. And hyper-focus on what's important right now.
Some people, for definite, but I'm pretty sure there's a fair amount of the population who can go, I know what it was like to be 9. Yes, you're right, it sucked, but it'll be over in 7 years.
Yeah. Being 9 will be over in 7 years, yeah.
You know what I mean, no, you don't get treated like an adult until you're at least 16, and even then there's a fair amount of the population that won't treat you like an adult.
Oh yeah, you don't get treated like an adult until you're like 28 half the time.
It's why being a teenager fucking sucks, because you're too old to be treated like a kid, but too young to be treated like an adult.
Yeah, Yeah, you're too tall to get a cheap fare on the bus. Forgot to murder us. Apologies for the lack of talking right now. This is
literally exposition.
It's the info dump so far. That was a really cute excuse.
There is absolutely no way you can make that many burgers with that much ingredients. You'll make like 5 before having to restock.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why have you got brown panties on, Linda?
Because she's a girl burger.
She just said it's bikini because it's summer, but you know.
Well, yeah. Because it's summer, but yeah, also because she's a girl burger. And it would be weird if the girl burger was naked.
I don't think burgers have genders, Rick.
I think they're all boys.
No, I don't think burgers have genders.
Well, okay. The beef that they're made from is almost exclusively from small bowls.
Okay, but that doesn't transfer to the inanimate object that is a burger.
Yeah, fair enough. But it became an animate object when Linda put the suit on.
If you want. The One-Eyed Snakes is the only gang in town. I believe entirely that they would steal one.
Or that they would buy one off someone for cheap and then install it at the biker bar.
Yeah. Man, do you remember doing that as a kid?
Yeah.
That does sound like something that Felix would wear.
It does.
Why? Well,
Yeah,
I was about to say why would he keep it, but he's an idiot.
A, yes, and B, it's even worse if the kids find it because it then incriminates, the family. Because only they, if they find the cufflink, only they are able to say, okay, we found it there. And the police can just go, no, you fucking didn't.
Okay, but all you have to do is show Bob's Burgers' fucking financial records to show they can't afford fancy cufflinks.
Yeah.
I love how it's like, here's this stall to try and make some more money for Bob, and like, Teddy's just eating them all. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, it's Hugo.
They do have a fun tendency, don't they? Of just fucking roping in random fucking civilians.
Yep. I do love the plausible deniability of the cart being Bob Burgers and not Bob's Burgers.
That's dumb. That would not hold up.
It's someone trying to use the brand for their own gain.
Well, see, Hugo wouldn't believe that.
The Tree Mansion.
Oh, do you not remember this one? It's where Felix lives.
Yeah.
He's not allowed inside the house apart from to do laundry.
Hmm. Like how he made the triple toilet at the Bob's Burgers restaurant where 3 people have to face each other while they have a shit.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Gene, you're a little freak, and
Nah.
I appreciate that. But, literally a fucking bug person. I don't know, man. Out of all the cast of Bob's Burgers, I'm pretty sure I could take Felix in a scrap.
Yeah.
I forgot he was fucking trying to bang her. I can't fucking take the name Fanny seriously. I know it doesn't mean anything in America. Well, I know it means bum in
Yeah.
America,
Yeah, it
but...
means bum in America. Yeah, it's Francine.
Well, wouldn't you say Franny rather than Fanny?
Um, yeah, but it's also both are legal.
I had literally no words. What do you mean they're both... I get what you mean, but like it's not like illegal to just say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, it's like Edward can be Teddy. It can be Eddie or Teddy.
Well, it shouldn't.
Well,
I'm just...
it's like how do you...
You're allowed to say what you want, Rick. I don't have to like it.
Oh yeah, like I also think nicknames are stupid when you have letters that aren't there or letters that should be there that aren't.
Hi, my name's Richard Richardson. However, people call me Dickie Dickinson.
Yeah, Tricky Dicky, Dickers. I do like the one of how do you get Dick from Richard? You ask him nicely.
Ha ha ha. It's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, it's nicely made. Yeah.
What a bad... I know they're kids, but what a bad plan.
Hmm. Hire a wet wiper. Oh boy.
I think I heard the expression once, Alabama wet wipe, which is just spitting on toilet paper before you wipe. Which
Yeah.
is fucking vile.
I mean, if you got a hairy arse, it helps you pick up the.
I don't care. I don't want spit going in my bum.
Well, it's also you can have the premium version where you just turn the tap on slightly and pick up the little driplets.
No, that doesn't work.
I mean, it does.
You can't. No, not in my house. The flow in the fucking taps is going to destroy tissue.
Okay, the idea is you put the tap on for like a tenth of a second, and then you pick up the driplets from the bowl.
Not an option.
Or does it go directly down the plug hole?
Yes.
You got a shit sink.
Yeah, I know. I said it doesn't work in my house.
Yeah.
The most intimidating of carnies.
Yeah, the one with the balloons. Yeah. I think it actually is.
No, it's not. It's connected by land. You got to bear in mind, international waters is X miles out from the coast.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
people are
that is a
never as good as fantasy versions of people.
yeah, that is a massive problem. Like the real person is the whole person. The fantasy person is just the bits that you like.
Man, no joke, I've had a rule since I was about 15 where I don't fantasize about having relationships with real people.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because it will never be as good.
Mm.
I went to Wonderwolf just so I could dance in front of a bunch of mirrors. What a twat. Man, I know that was the point, but boy did that bother me.
What? That he went up to the thing and
He
then
parked
crashed into the
perfectly and then
barrier.
just went, parked, yep, done a good job there.
Dude, this roller coaster looks really cool, and it's such a shame that it's not running. Oh well.
It looks shit.
Okay, compared to everything else that's at the entire park.
That's fair.
The ouchie ow button.
That's literally pull the lever, crunk.
Wrong lever!
I'm going to assume you said wrong lever, but you said it so loud Discord blessed my ears by muting you.
Man, if they did properly work at the park, then it would just be the thing of working at the Lord's place to pay the Lord rent for his own property.
Yeah, that's how most places work everywhere. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
I'm rich, I don't go to jail. I love the idea that he would have just chilled in jail if the beds were comfy.
Yeah. Cherry grenadine. And cherries. And cherry brandy.
It's one of his better traits. How when there is actually something historic, he just goes into explaining why it's historic.
Hmm. Also, orchestrama rama ramatorium would have been a really difficult word to spell and pronounce on the first attempt.
Yeah.
Is he showing how shit of a shot he is, so he couldn't have possibly killed the guy?
He's got no depth perception, does he?
Nah.
See what I mean? Like, he's a rich arsehole aristocrat, but the only thing he does that's awesome is, here's this cool shit. I'm going to show you small people the cool shit.
Oh yes, I have cool shit. Would you like to see?
Yeah.
And he just looks so much like a villain whenever he's doing it, because, he's got the eye patch, he's got the cape.
Like, evil, comically evil, and yet it's endearing.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we know they're not paedophile millionaires.
Yeah, because they're creeped out by kids.
Yeah. They're like, fuck, we can't drink with kids here.
Colouring books on
How?
tape.
I would love to see how that meant to work.
It's a paint by numbers, and it's just a list of all the numbers.
Who did she kill?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was attempted murder or something,
Maybe.
You still get jail for that, as we know from Sideshow Bob.
Yeah. What even is attempted murder?
Didn't they give a Nobel Prize for attempted chemistry?
It's such a good fucking joke. Oh.
Attempted murder. And back to Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Yeah.
For Felix. As if he ever left.
Literally fucking incompetent at everything is Tina, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, too fucking late now.
Yeah.
That thing ain't gonna work.
No. At least it's not as bad as Mr. Burns' spruce goose or whatever it was.
Sir, for the love of God, there's 2 seats. I like to put my feet up.
Nah, the spruce goose was the model, and Mr. Burns goes, model?
No, sorry, I was talking about the one where there was a fucking...
An actual escape pod, yeah. And, at the end he goes, we'll take the spruce moose, hop in. And Smithers starts fumfering, and he brings out the gun and goes, I said, hop in.
Oh, yeah, when he's proper crazy and has a massive beard.
Yeah, when he owns the... he builds the casino, and, his shoes are tissue boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got holes in it.
Yeah.
You can still hear him.
Yeah, you can. Except I think the idea is that if he can't hear himself think, then he can't talk properly.
Maybe so.
He's gonna be sick in that.
Oh, song's coming. Dun dun dun!
Oh yes, the character who was never revealed before is the one who's...
Oh, he's been here before.
Oh, fair enough.
As a lawyer. But I don't think they've ever said that he was related to him before.
Hmm.
She ain't got it. I'm surprised the song didn't come.
Yeah, let Gene play with the organ at this point, at least.
Giggity giggity. Oh no!
As if they couldn't hear him with the grill on.
Listen, this is kind of how fucked up I am in the head. All I'm thinking is, he's got one shot.
Yeah.
You're not really slipping so much as being dragged down. Oh, that's so fucked.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what Kegels is, it's exercises to strengthen the vagina muscles.
Yeah. Pelvic floor exercises.
Man, Bob's a lucky man, because apparently she can become tight as fuck.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
Hmm. The rhinestone iPhone.
But... It's a weird thing to say to your brother, or cousin, rather.
It is a little.
Again, you have one shot. Do it now! Do it now! His back is turned! Hit him in the back of the neck! You fucking idiots!
They all just agreed to it. Oh.
And again, he has one shot! I'm not the bravest person in the world, but I would roll those dice.
Hmm.
The music, the background music keeps changing as if a song is coming.
It does, doesn't it? I think part of the reason is that you normally don't have music in the episodes, so it's conspicuous by its presence.
Maybe. But like, it doesn't feel like background music. It feels like a beat is brewing, you know? Oh,
Here we go.
Fucking took you long enough, you bastards. Falsetto is a word to describe it, I guess.
Hmm. He's got moves.
He needs them because he can't fucking sing.
Stylistic suck.
I mean, it clearly involves him taking over the family, but like, it's a long time coming. That it's been 6 years since the murder part.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The poor part, yeah. They're bad because they're poor.
Shut the front door. For those of you who don't know, is what people say when they want to say shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I like that. I love how he doesn't even deny that he's a criminal. Just
Yeah,
no,
he's
never
just
been
never been
caught.
caught.
Yeah. Like, for real. So I'm going to assume that when this film does end, that that Fishoder's going to basically bail out Bob just because he helped him out with this shit.
uh, Partly.
Well, all he wanted was to not pay rent for a month, and that's kind of Fishoder's stick.
Yeah.
See, I would be the most boring rich guy, because I wouldn't care about doing this sort of shit.
Well, kinda.
I wouldn't want to build a mega park. I don't want to do any grand monumentous things. I want to use enough money to make sure me and my family is well off, and then fuck it. I don't know what I'd do with the rest. I wouldn't let it just sit, but I wouldn't be one of these people who's like, I need more. You know?
Actually, building a park ain't a bad idea because
Not a fucking theme park.
Well, it depends what the theme is as well.
Okay, but his plan involves destroying the town.
Yeah.
Weird, he can actually sing decently now.
Yeah, when he's just doing his little mini rap. Mohel. Yeah, so the room full of, well, the empty room that was meant to be full of stuffed animals. Yeah, that's where all the stuffed animals went because they're all flammable.
Yeah.
Air guitar with a crossbow.
Ah, man, it's a known fact that one of the best ways to hide a crime is to burn shit.
Yeah.
So whenever he wants to purposefully put on a show as opposed to just talk normally, that's when he puts on his singing voice, and his singing voice sucks.
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, he's a furry.
And supposedly so is his date.
Maybe they ain't, and this is how he introduces it. It's gonna break. Yeah.
No burgers now, only tears. Oh, the raccoons!
Yeah, doesn't Linda feed them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's eating the fucking oil. Like, the only valuable piece of that cart was the grill.
Yeah, and that's his grill from home.
Yeah. Flip the nipples.
Mmm.
Way to go, Tina. Man, Felix almost did one of the coolest and best responses to being told to going on the sub.
What, just say no, take the crossbow off him and shoot him with
Well,
it?
you don't even need to do the crossbow bit. Or you could just fold your arms and say no. What's he going to do? Shoot you? Cool.
Yeah.
That's his one shot, and now he's fucked.
Yeah.
This is... Okay. It's a really cool... That was a really cool sequence.
Mm. There's also the possibility of surviving being shot by a crossbow.
Well, he'd have to be a really shit shot.
Or not know his anatomy well enough.
Head or chest isn't hard, Rick.
True.
I think most people know head and chest are the lethal spots.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to be heart, it could be lungs.
Yeah, heart, lungs, and liver.
Well, liver's a bit more, you have to be a bit more anatomically savvy for that, but...
Or just sever one of the big old arteries.
Well, again, you have to know where you're aiming for. Like, just knowing chest, head are the safe spots for if you want to kill. Everybody knows that, because brain gone, heart gone, you're fucked.
Yep.
Like, one of the only reasons hunters usually go for the heart on deer is because they're bastards and they want to mount the head.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you go for a headshot, you can't mount the head because you blow their fucking brains out. Boy, they went all out for that slow-mo, didn't they?
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, this really shitty car has not got great traction on the sand.
But does have really good suspension, so... It
really would. Why? You actually had the solution of get out and walk.
Yeah.
Cool, that's his one shot. Go back and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Thank you, Louise, for bringing that up. Are they gonna... Is it gonna fall in the hole?
It feels like it, don't it?
It's gonna go in the hole.
I think they're going to get knocked into the hole by his car.
Yep.
I doubt you'll have reverse on a car like this. Should have just gotten out, you fucking idiots. Oh, it's got little obstacles.
They tried to get out, but the roof was stuck. And now they hit the gas main.
Well, it was a water main.
Okay.
That being said, I suspect he's now going to try and put the dirt into the hole. Which, that's not enough dirt to fucking fill the hole entirely.
No, it's not, but it's enough to kill people.
But they're in the car.
Yeah, so they're going to be buried alive in a car. And we've established that none of them have phones.
True. Like, for real. I can't... Okay, listen, I know it's a plot convenience, but I imagine the adrenaline will give you enough fucking strength to smash that window.
It's weird that they don't have something that they can use as a tool, like a shoe.
Again, there's not enough dirt. Yep.
Yeah, once it's covered in dirt, you're not going to get any reception.
I'm just saying, there was barely any dirt actually on top of the vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make it worse.
Yep, yep.
I know it's all well and good. Oh, you fucking animal. I know in these situations it'll be incredibly hard not to just straight up hyperventilate, but, you know, holding your breath isn't going to help because when you stop holding your breath, you're going to go, you know? Why did they stay in there the whole time?
I'm assuming they were locked in.
I guess. What did I say earlier? Dying does not wipe your slate clean.
Yeah.
This is just comic comedy at this point. I don't know why you'd have such a long fuse. I know he wants to get out, but why wouldn't you have a shorter one and have the beginning of the fuse be where you get out at?
Yeah.
I guess because he's an idiot, but you know.
Unless it's a fuse that splits into multiple fuses, but still.
Well, even then, I still think it would be best to have the fuse start once you're out.
True.
Bob's having his end-of-life crisis.
Yeah. It's like... It was weird seeing Bob smile earlier when Linda made him smile, because his face is not made for smiling.
No.
Oh.
Did you catch a sniffle?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's really hurting my feelings that you can hear them running out of breath.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. Thanks, Jane. I love how Gene always ruins these moments.
And yeah, that's kind of what we needed at that moment, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, if you concuss yourself, you won't have to fucking suffer through asphyxiation.
Yeah, just knock yourself unconscious, then you don't have to do manual breathing for the entire time.
Jesus. That's a fucking joke for nobody.
Yeah, because, like, even my generation, Happy Days was on at the time, but, like, it was already reruns.
The only reason I know who Fonzie is because, again, as I was a child, it got referenced in everything. But the show was fucking dead and buried.
Yeah, they had already jumped the shark by then.
Aha! It does usually.
Yeah?
Look at Bob being smart. Okay, but you're going to die anyway. I will admit drowning is the worst way to go, but both ways involve dying from lack of oxygen.
To be fair, drowning is probably better than asphyxiation because it's quicker.
But it might be more painful. It's gonna be a hard one to say, isn't it? Because neither of us know. It's gonna frighten the shit out of Teddy.
Never having died, yeah.
He's just gonna open the door, isn't he?
So it would seem.
Grab your hammer, Teddy!
Indistinct, muffled speaking.
I really hope he's grabbing tools and not fucking...
Explaining it to the Snuffy.
Did you see the background guy?
Yeah. It's like his 5th time.
That one was that was the lawyer. Probably running away from the wharf before it fell down.
Ah, yeah.
Is that really important? Like, I think you shouldn't give anyone for pissing themselves if they thought they were going to die.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, no?
Like, you should not blame someone for pissing themselves.
Right, okay.
Oh, jeez. There are actual people that call 999 and just waste time all the time like that, though.
He wasn't wasting time, he just didn't know. He doesn't know the details.
Yeah, true.
Man, you could tell his parents didn't love him because they called him fucking Grover.
He's named after a Muppet.
Not even a good one.
No.
Boy, that's not creepy.
Yep.
I'm genuinely surprised he could make it because he is not built for this shit.
No, he's not. Although one thing that Mr. Fish Oda does respect about Bob is his swarthy arms.
You've got one shot at that. I love how these four folk have been told several times, leave now.
Yep.
Because at this point, it's all well and good being like, oh, look at the stakes for these 2 people. It's actually been increased to 6 because these fuckers refuse to move because they're idiots.
Yep. I love how Tina remembers this being like a super intense ride.
Yeah, but even in her memory, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember I rode a roller coaster in Chessington like several times called the Rattlesnake, and boy, that thing fucked my back up when I rode it just a little bit older than a child.
Yeah. Was it one of these that's like this, like in the dark?
It's not in the dark, no, but it's a very small roller coaster, but it's got loads of sharp turns and it takes them fucking fast.
Yeah. There's one at our, I say our local theme park. There's 2 of them, but it's the one that's not Alton Towers, Lightwater Valley.
Okay.
It's called the Rat, and it's like an underground one that looks, basically, I assume it would look pretty much like this, but it goes at full speed and it's in the dark. And you sit in a rat and you go through a little rat run. It's pretty fun.
In Rattlesnake, you're in a minecart.
Okay. Poop it.
Wow. What magical mind he has. Like, they owe the Velcher family big.
Yes. Take a photo.
Oh, they're going to give Bosco the collar. Not suspicious, is it?
Yep. Oh, he's got the Jimmy Jr. bum chin.
I love how that actually got the fucking dude to take his earbuds out.
Hey, the furry's still going strong.
Yeah.
Hey, the bandshell's been repaired.
Oh, and Gene's going to get to play on it because he helped. Well, at least it's the bottom hole, not the top hole.
Yeah, you could put a nappy on the bottom hole, but the top hole, you're a bit screwed.
Not where I was going with that, but okay. Oh, they managed to get the thing out.
Yeah, the big old organ.
Could do without Felix.
Yeah, he could be a lot more grateful.
Wow. No, for real though, you'd think he'd be like, cool, I'll pay off your debts. But he's still a scumbag billionaire, so...
Mm-hmm.
Just like with Mr. Burns when he got fucking Bart's kidney or whatever the fuck it was. It was like, gave a thank you card.
Yeah, he got the rare blood and he sent the thank you card and then he sent the Olmec head.
Ugh.
Which ends up in the basement for, like, evermore.
Yeah. Tried to do a kip up, gotta respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how did he find that? She chucked that in the sea.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it washed up on the beach or something.
He might have said when he first fucking showed it to her, but I was not paying attention.
Yeah, we were on cooldown from, oh, hello.
Boy, Jimmy Jr. looks weird when he's kissing.
Yeah, he does. Not as bad as twerking Burger Jean.
True.
I do like how Miss LeBons is actually the better guidance counselor in this moment.
Yeah. I just got a phone call from a number I don't recognise, so that'll be fun to deal with later. Oh, they've added an extra re, have they? Look at that shit tarmacking job.
It looks like Yorkshire.
Insert anywhere from the UK, mate.
Well, I mean, specifically, it looks like Bradford, where it's all roadworks all the way down.
I live near London, mate.
Yeah, as soon as you leave the Bradford municipalities, you get better roads. You can feel it on your arse as you're driving.
Fair enough. Man, I love how there's all these characters getting their own fucking, like, slides in the credits, who appeared for about 2 seconds. She didn't even show up!
Yeah, she didn't show up! Yeah, and Zeke got one line.
Oh, he was... No,
yeah, Gail wasn't there either.
Nah, she weren't, which is good, because I fucking hate Gail. I think everyone hates Gail.
Gail episodes are, like, the worst.
Yeah, because there's something you have to endure. These didn't show up either.
No.
She technically did for, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah, they had more of a big deal than pretty much anyone else in this. She was in the background.
Yeah. He didn't show up. I actually like this geezer. I'll give that one begrudgingly. He didn't show up. This is a fun game to play, isn't it?
Yeah.
He might have showed up. I didn't know Zach Galifianakis played Felix.
I think I did. But it was one of those factoids that's just buried so far in the past.
I'll tell you this: it fits. Oh, I didn't know fucking Bob also played Jimmy Jr.
Yeah, me either. But
and Miss LeBons.
You can now hear it now that you know it.
Yeah, same with Miss LeBons. Like fuck.
Yeah.
And of course, Benjamin gets additional voices.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we've got... What have we got? We've got 6.5 minutes of credits. Let's start the wind down early. What did you think, really?
It was fine. I don't think it merited being a movie over being like a 2 or 3-parter like they normally do at season finales. But, The Simpsons did a movie after probably less time than this, actually.
I'll be absolutely real with you. If we're ranking movies, I think this one was more enjoyable than The Simpsons movie.
Yeah, but I think that was because The Simpsons had already had its downturn by then. Whereas Bob's Burgers, I don't think has had a downturn. It's basically more or less as good as it has always been. And the fact that it didn't feel any worse than one of the episodes that I have seen is kind of in its favour.
Yeah, I feel you. I think comparing additional circumstances isn't very fair when comparing two films. Like saying Simpsons is on the downturn, so it's not a fair comparison. It's like, well, they could have had a film at any point. True.
I think the idea was people knew that it was on a downturn, so they pulled out the film.
I guess.
For The Simpsons, at least. So it kind of gets a historical upgrade to being last of the good.
I don't even think it was last of the good. It was well past its sell by.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you remember any gag from the Simpsons movie? Apart from Spider Pig.
Everyone remembers Spider Pig, yeah. The pig crap silo.
That's still Spider Pig.
Yeah, it's still Spider Pig.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as president, but even then that wasn't particularly funny.
The one that people don't remember, but I do, is driving to Alaska, and it's just him having the map on the windscreen because how it actually looks is worse. Does
sound like a Simpsons joke.
Mm-hmm. And then he puts the map back because it looks better.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
I enjoyed it. I don't think an hour and a half movie is a good way of producing a Bob's Burgers story.
Yeah, I get it. And like I say, this could have easily been a triple-parter.
I don't think Bob's Burgers really does that, though. I can't remember a single two-parter episode.
I think the very first two-parter was when Felix was introduced.
But how often does that occur? Like
every time they reintroduce Felix.
But that's not true. Felix has been in many episodes, all of which have been single experiences.
Yeah.
Felix seems to actually be early days Sideshow Bob in that, we've got a big star playing them, so they'll appear in occasional episodes, but that'll be it. Can you call Zach Galifianakis a fucking big star?
He's bigger than none.
I wouldn't put him on Kelsey Grammer level.
No, I wouldn't. Like, the fact that he was in the Hangover movies and he had that Between Two Ferns talk show gag thing that he had, it kind of makes him more of a star than none.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Between Two Ferns got its own movie, and...
It got a movie, did it?
It got a movie, and I don't know what the plot is. I think from the trailer, it looks like someone floods the studio where they do Between Two Ferns, so he has to drive across country to get another studio. It's not clear. It looks like shit.
Like, he got to interview Barack Obama while he was still president as well, didn't he?
I'll take your word on that. I don't know, man. Here's the thing with Zach Galifianakis. Everything I've seen him in, he always plays the same character. Which isn't a bad thing, but I don't like that type of character.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a human droopy, you know, kind of. Like, it's...
No, like No, the character from The Hangover is not human droopy, and that's all I see, no matter who he plays.
Yeah, it's like it's like a deadpan person who's awkward.
No, he's not even deadpan, though. He's incredibly goofy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, cool. Sunny Side Up of Whatever, The Ride, Lucky Ducks, Conga, Not That Evil, The Itty Bitty Ditty Committee / My Burger Buns. Those are the songs. Dave Creek and Denise Fuller, in memory of.
Yeah. So I guess we're getting to our final three, shall we?
No, not until the actual movie's finished, Rick.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a minute and a bit left.
We just had production babies, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw production babies?
Trying to think. But I think it was in an animation.
I think they're the only people who do it.
Yeah.
There's some where the creators aren't of the family life, so it's like, here's the name of our pets. Oh, we've got an end credit scene.
Ooh, a stinger.
Oh,
hey, here's the zombies.
Oh, she's fucking being dry humped by zombies. They all have ruined balls.
Yep, the stinger was zombie friend fiction redux.
Oh, no. Oh, how many times has she written herself being bukkake'd? The scary thing is, probably more than once.
Oh, yeah. Like, it ticks all of her boxes as well. There's zombies, there's Jimmy Jr.'s butt, there's a horse, there's a sunset.
I'll be honest with you, with how much she likes Jimmy Jr.'s butt, I am genuinely surprised that she didn't have Jimmy Jr. in front of her instead of behind.
Yeah. But then again, behind, she gets to imagine being hot dogged.
I don't think she's old enough to be into that.
Or at least dry hot dogged.
Well, again, my point is that she has a fixation on Jimmy Jr.'s butt, so why wouldn't she want to be grinding against that?
Yeah, fair enough. Or feeling it and, you know...
You can really tell we're fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel because we're discussing an imaginary girl's fucking sexual fantasies because we've got to wait for that 2 seconds, and there we go. Now we can do the final three. Rick, do you have a favourite moment?
My favourite moment was the Lucky Duck song.
That's fair. I didn't really like any of the songs.
Well, I brought it up at the time that I was bopping a lot more than in the opening song. So yeah, the Lucky Duck song is the one that was my favourite moment. How about you? What was your favourite?
This is really odd, because even though I had no issues with the film, I can't actually remember anything great that happened. It was fine. At a push, I always like seeing Teddy pulling through for the gang, even though he's not necessarily respected very much.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah. We can't only talk about the good, we also have to talk about the bad. Rick, weakest link.
I would say Gene's storyline. He often gets the short end of the stick with this, in that his storyline is normally he's a happy-go-lucky, goofy lad, and he's the middle child, and he likes making music, making other people happy to make himself happy, and it didn't get a good story within the movie.
Even when you get Gene-centric episodes, it's all about, I like to make music, even though my music is shit.
Yeah, like, his favourite part of the music is when he presses the fart button on his keyboard. So yeah, I'd say the Gene storyline was the weakest link on this in the movie. How about you? What was your weakest link?
I already said it when we were talking about the movie. I don't think that this storyline should exist in Bob's Burgers universe. It's too fantastical while also being too serious.
Yeah, because it's one of those, like, Bob's Burgers normally focuses on the really real stuff, except that sometimes something silly happens, like, like Mickey.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, obviously it branches into the absurd, but this is really Simpsons level shit of this happens and then this happens. It's a movie, so they have to be grander than grand. But even if this was like a 3-part episode, which I also don't agree with because I'm pretty sure Bob's Burgers doesn't do multi-part episodes, it just wouldn't work. I don't think it works with the long story format. The 20-minute snippets is much better. And there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's fine, but I probably wouldn't have funded this.
Sure.
That leaves us with our all-important question. MVP.
I think Teddy has to have it because he's the one that came through for the family more than anyone else. Like, when you're in a family, you got to have each other's back, and Teddy doesn't have to, and yet he still does. Even when he's not in a good episode, he still makes me smile. And again, he made me smile this time too.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, although I'd argue Louise probably did more than anyone this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Louise was my other choice. I think she drove the plot more than Teddy, but I think Teddy was the one that saved the family more than anyone else in this.
Even though Louise is the reason why they saved fish odor and therefore saved the business.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been involved if Louise didn't fall down the hole.
What do you mean?
Like, if Louise didn't fall down the hole, they wouldn't have uncovered the skeleton.
Yes, but regardless of that, they still had the financial issues. Yeah,
true. Yeah, so if they didn't have... Well, if Mr. Fish Odor was gone, there would be no landlord and they wouldn't have to pay rent.
Except Fish Odor wasn't technically gone, he was just moving. They still would have had to pay rent, it's just it probably would have defacted to, what's-his-face. Don't forget, the whole reason why they were going away is it was part of the lawyer's plan to kill them. And therefore gain all his assets.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so who was your MVP?
It's got to be animation department. I had to go at it very early on because it's very jarring because you can definitely see the upgrading quality because they don't have the time or resources to do it this quality every single time. I respect that. And yeah, it was very jarring at first, but I think it grew on me the longer the movie went on.
Yeah, I feel you.
They clearly worked hard on this.
Yeah, totally. And like we say, we noticed the upgrade, and then after a little while, it just kind of blended in, like that's how it was always meant to be, you know?
Absolutely, man. Top-notch work. Not to take anything from the characters or, hell, even the voice actors, but I think the standout department that needs a shout is the animation.
Yeah, because the voice actors are always consistently fun.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for us today. That was the Bob's Burgers movie. Just a little reminder, we touched upon it earlier on, but Rick is fucking off to Australia for 5 weeks, which means you're going to get pre-recorded episodes for the next 5 weeks, and you won't hear us live again until Halloween itself. So yeah, long old time. Bear in mind you have the comment section down below if you want to give us a word, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, or even suggestions for future episodes, although we won't be able to act on them for 5 weeks. If you're not watching via YouTube, but instead listening via one of our many any audio platforms, you can instead send us an email. Where they said email to Rick.
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. We are eager to hear from you. And yes, enjoy our very long episode as a bit of a parting gift, because our next 5 episodes are going to be very short. And yeah.
Yes.
As ever, thanks for watching us. Thanks for joining in. Keep yourself safe and keep yourselves happy, guys. See y'all again. Not next week, but in a while.
Bye!